Once again, good morning. Thank you for joining us here in our LA office. Today, as a part of our ongoing effort to address sexual harassment, assault, and abuse allegations at schools across California, I'm issuing a legal alert and guidance to remind K through 12 school districts of their legal obligations under California law to stop, to prevent, and to remedy sexual misconduct in education programs and activities. This comes on the heels of a string of absolutely unacceptable occurrences of sexual harassment, assault, and abuse in education programs and activities that we have received reports on. According to recent data in the 2020 to 2021 school year, school districts across the country reported 2,700 incidents of sexual assault, 350 incidents of rape or attempted rape, and 17,000 allegations of harassment on the basis of sex. Between 2019 and 2023, California school districts paid an estimated $2 to $3 billion to student victims of sexual abuse by employees. Just last month, I was here to announce a stipulated judgment between California DOJ and the El Monte Union High School District that addressed the district's patterns of mishandling of allegations and complaints of sexual harassment, assault, and abuse of students over several years. You must remember that these are not simply numbers and statistics on a piece of paper. They are people's lives and people's children. Even one instance of sexual harassment, assault, or abuse is one too many. As a father, I am enraged, and as your Attorney General, I am doing something about it. We send our children to school, and I'm a proud dad of 3 who I have walked to school and dropped off at school many, many times. We send our children to school expecting that they will be safe and they will be protected. Parents should expect that and should have deliveries on that promise by the schools. Anything that interferes with that, anything that jeopardizes a student's safety and violates a community's trust in their schools will not be tolerated, and we cannot tolerate it. Today's legal alert was led by DOJ's Bureau of Children's Justice, a group within our Civil Rights Enforcement section. It outlines school districts' legal obligations regarding sexual harassment, assault, and abuse. It also discusses school districts' obligation under the recently enacted Senate Bill 848 to develop a comprehensive school safety plan by July of this year, so coming up soon, to protect children from abuse or sexual misconduct. That alert includes obligations that school districts are legally required to meet in order to protect the civil rights and safety of their students. It also includes recommendations for preventing sexual misconduct. In addition to issuing this alert, my office sat down yesterday with advocates and direct service providers on the ground and in our communities for a roundtable discussion on crime victims' rights and resources and how we at the California DOJ can best partner with them. So this isn't just a priority during National Crime Victims' Rights Week. It's a priority all year round. You can be sure that our Bureau of Children's Justice is closely monitoring our schools and has and will continue to take swift action when children's rights and safety are on the line. Along with the legal alert, my office is launching a new webpage and issuing a Know Your Rights document for parents, guardians, and students, which is made available in 6 languages at oag.ca.gov/bill BCJ, that's for Bureau of Children's Justice, /schools. oag.ca.gov/BCJ/schools. These resources will remind California families and students of their rights under California law and encourage them to immediately report incidents of sexual harassment, assault, and abuse. The guidance outlines that every student has a right to a safe and secure learning environment, free of sexual harassment, assault, and abuse. If anyone reports that a child is sexually harassed, assaulted, or abused in connection with a school, that school district has a legal responsibility to stop the misconduct, remove any hostile environment, address the harm that already happened, and prevent any more harm from happening. They have to stop, remove, address, and prevent. Those are all the obligations of a school, and we lay that out in our guidance that we are putting out today. Parents and children have a right to report inappropriate behavior to any school district employee, not just a specific employee. If they tell any employee, it counts, and there must be a response by the school district. If the complaint involves child neglect or abuse in any way, the school district must report it to law enforcement or child welfare. If the school district knows about the sexual harassment, assault, or abuse, the school district must contact the child's parent or guardian immediately. The district must take immediate action if it receives a report of sexual harassment, assault, or abuse, no matter what. The district cannot ignore a report because the person reporting it failed to fill out the right form or report to the right person. That burden does not rest on the victims and the reportees. The district has a responsibility to respond to reports made to any employee in any way. Parents, guardians, and children have a right not to be retaliated against. And in most cases, they have the right to choose between a formal investigation that considers evidence from all sides or an informal process. The parents, guardians, and the children have that right to decide. All of this and more is outlined in clear steps in our guidance, and I urge everyone to review and share that information. We want to make sure that parents and guardians and students have all the information, all the resources they need to protect themselves against this all too prevalent misconduct. While the legal obligations and rights we're sharing today aren't new, it's become clear that we need to do more to ensure that schools and families and students are aware of them. No student should feel unsafe when they walk into school. No school should be a breeding ground for predators. Nobody who's experienced or witnessed sexual assault, abuse, or harassment should sit in silence. It's time to turn up the volume and reject the quiet acceptance of these incidents. Sadly, this can happen to anyone, and we're asking anyone and everyone to step up and to step in. Our school districts, parents, and even fellow students all have a duty to step off the sidelines and be part of the solution. I encourage all survivors to understand their rights and come forward to help us put an end to sexual harassment, assault, and abuse. I insist that our schools take charge and intervene when one of these situations presents itself. That's how we bring about change. Education is at the heart of the bargain that our nation and our state makes with its citizens, and together we can work hard to make sure that our students have a safe learning environment. We owe it to our children and to our communities to ensure all misconduct is addressed and shut down immediately. All Californians have an ally in me and my office. My office has your back, and I will be here to continue resisting what is wrong and build a safer, more just future for all Californians, including, of course, our students and our children, our victims, and our survivors. Before I open it up for questions, I want to acknowledge the members of my team at DOJ who are working tirelessly to protect our students who made this work possible. It's an incredible group. Proud to call them my colleagues, Si-Yuen Yang, Nicholas Keats, Laura Fair, and Michael Newman. I'm proud of their work and proud to work with them every day at the California Department of Justice. With that, I'd be happy to answer any questions that you have.